Sounds good. Kent, I want to make sure that your mic is working and we can hear you okay. Can you come off mute?
Yep, I'm still working.
Okay, good. We got it. Do you mind turning up the volume a little bit? Thank you. Okay. All right, well, it's now 8 o'clock. Thank you all for being here in person and online. Before we go ahead and adopt the agenda, I'd like everyone to join us in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Thank you for that. So today's meeting is a special meeting. We just have one item on the agenda, and that is the discussion and decision in hiring the next ACHD director. So first off, I want to say thank you to Director Bruce Wong. Oh, whoopsies. Yeah. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda? I had it in my notes, but I.
Madam President.
Attention now.
I'll move we adopt the agenda.
Thank you.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Thanks, Commissioner Gold. Back to Mike. Thanks. Thank you, Director Wong, for your 13.5 years of tremendous service. This has been a great week celebrating you and your legacy and accomplishments for the district and arguably the state. And I also want to thank Sherry Knaus for her leadership in navigating this process and guiding the commission and making sure that we were thorough and fair, and just did a fantastic job leading the organization through what is arguably a kind of a scary transition at times. So I just want to say thank you to you, Sherry, as well. So I just want to set the stage a little bit before I ask for a motion. So we hired Affion, a national firm, consulting firm that is an expert in finding leadership in public transportation sectors, particularly the public sector. And Affion was a great partner with us in bringing in great talent and making sure that our process was up to par. Overall, we had 19 candidates apply for the position. We had 5 that we interviewed, and that included national, regional, and internal candidates. It was a 2-phased approach, 2 rounds of interviews. And, through this process, I can't obviously speak for the entire commission, but there was a consensus that we really wanted and prioritized the right fit and someone that would support and continue on the great work in supporting our amazing employees and staff, as well as having just the right attitude and, transportation background that is needed to guide the most unique transportation authority in the country in a county that is growing faster than any place in the country, arguably by percentage. So tall order. So it was a really important process to get it right. And I hope we've come to a decision, hence the meeting today. So commissioners, is there a motion to select Ryan Head as the next ACHD director?
Madam President,
Commissioner Goldthorpe.
I would love to make the motion to accept Ryan Head as our new Chief Officer, Executive Director of the Ada County Highway District.
I'll
second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Discussion? Kent, do you want to say something?
Nope.
Okay. Saving it for later, I guess. All right. Well, if there's no discussion, all those in favor? Oh, your mic's on. Commissioner
Yeah,
Kinney.
I think it's worth discussing the candidates just briefly to talk about it. We as Commissioner Pickering mentioned, We had a fair number of candidates from all across the country that were considered. And as we went through the process of boiling down the different candidates, in the end, the final two that were under consideration at the very end were both internal candidates. And part of the reason, a large part of the reason for that is that the primary consideration for selecting a new director for ACHD, in my opinion, and I believe the rest of the commission shares this view, the primary consideration is the good of the organization. What is the best decision for the organization going forward? Who is going to be able to lead this organization? And one of the primary characteristics that influenced that decision had to do with, I guess, what you could call institutional continuity, in that internal candidates automatically bring that knowledge of the organization, knowledge of the people, knowledge of the structures, just knowledge of everything inside and how the organization runs, in addition to the experience of working with our current director for an extended period of time. All of those factors are extremely important and extremely valuable in a new director, to have that institutional knowledge. And so for that reason, both of our internal candidates were very, very strong, and both strong from the leadership and other aspects of qualification for this position. There was a lot of discussion. There were, differences of qualifications to consider. In the end, there were some differences of opinion regarding our conclusions on the matter. Nevertheless, as a commission, of course, the question is always up to a majority of the commission. And in making this decision, it's the commission as a whole that makes the decision on hiring a new director. And so in a situation like this, even where there are differences of opinion, in the end, I have no difficulty in joining other commissioners to speak with one voice and make a single decision in this regard. The majority of the commissioners have concluded that Ryan is the best candidate, and I have no doubt that he will be a fine leader for the Ada County Highway District. So I will join with the other commissioners in approving this motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations, Ryan. Did you want to say a few words? I don't, if you don't want to put you on the spot, that's okay. It's gonna happen a lot more often
Madam President, Commission, I'd love to go with the words of Commissioner Goldthorpe and just say no. But I just want to thank you for the trust that you have in me and giving me this opportunity. This is not a position necessarily that I anticipated or sought in my life, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to continue to serve the employees of ACHD and the citizens of Ada County. I grew up here as a young child, and the one career goal I had is to give back to the community that's given me so much, and I am truly grateful for that. I do realize that today I probably made my first mistake as I look at the director in his Hawaiian shirt and will not be the last. But I truly look forward to the opportunity to work with each of you. I would be remiss if I didn't also thank my family for their support, especially my wonderful wife Tiffany for her support. And I will tell you, she is the best thing I bring to the table. So, and look forward to partnering. We look forward to supporting this team. With that, I will conclude my remarks to not be long-winded today. So, thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Well, that's all we have for today. Meeting's adjourned.